Hello and a very good afternoon, good morning. Welcome along to Crafters TV. My name is Ben Moseby. Thank you very much for joining us. What does enjoying mean? I'm not feeling very well today. Thank you very much for joining us this Sunday. It is a super Sunday fun day. Lots coming up as we head through the show and indeed the day. I must just tell you before we kick off with our award-winning craft along, an award-winning show, don't you know, that across this weekend we are giving you a free gift if you spend £30 or $40. One of those multimedia jigsaw dies we're popping into your basket worth $29.99 or $39.95. That goes into your basket for free. Details there at the bottom of the screen for you. What does it say there? Time to find your twin. Oh, because of course it's the Gemini season as well. The season for you to get yourself a Gemini machine, find the machine for you, loads of deals on the website, and we've of course got these mystery bags available for you as well. But Second Chance Sunday coming up later on, we are here for our award-winning craft along show. I know the majority of you know about this show already, but this is a show where we craft along in real time. So it's a particular project today focusing on the Grande Edge'able dies. So we do it in real time, nothing is left out, so that if you've got all of these goodies already, you can craft along with us over the course of a couple of hours, and hopefully by the end of it, you will have a finished product. However, if you haven't yet got these goodies, we'll give you the opportunity to grab them during the show, and then once you receive them, you will have this craft along to use whenever you so wish. Now, as you can see, I'm not feeling very well, but I'm going to give it a go. Today. I'm excited because it's the first time I've actually used the Gemini, because normally I use the MIDI. So I'm going to see how I get along. I don't want to slow all of you down, but Corrine has very nicely put me together everything that I need to craft along with this. So we'll see how we go. We've got a lovely guest to introduce you to in just a second, but as I've said, it is the fantastic Cory Robinson who's going to be taking us through this craft along, and it looks pretty amazing what you've made over there.
It's absolutely beautiful, but it really isn't that difficult to do. So this is what you are going to be making. So we're going to be making an easel card, and then we've got our Grande Edge'ables on the top, on the bottom, and on the base down there. And then we've got another one to make a bowed front just there. Absolutely gorgeous. But we're going to mix it with our Enchanted Dreams. So the papers that you're seeing in here and down here from the Enchanted Dreams, these are the flowers from the Enchanted Dreams. Oh, and one of the Dragonflies from the Enchanted Dreams as well. So all mix and match, a little bit of lilac card and green mint card. But if you don't have Enchanted Dreams or you don't have the mint, then mix it up. Please don't take this as like the gospel. This is your inspiration, and I'd love to see your twist. Have you got Grande Edge'ables? No, maybe you've got different Edge'ables. The principle will work the same. So yeah, you can follow it letter for letter, or as Cory says, you can sort of change it up just a little bit as well. Before we say hello to everybody though, can you please go through the list of everything that we need? I certainly can. So what do we need? So first of all, you're going to need your Grande Edge'ables dies. I've used Daisy Lace and Elegant Trellis, but there are 6 in the collection, so mix it around and just use what you want. Use 3 your circle nesting dies, and as I've already said, you're going to use your Sarah's signature Enchanted Dreams, and you want the Fluttering Fantasy die, which is a dragonfly, the beautiful Blossom die to make the flowers. I use the 6x6 paper pad, the Magical Sentiments, the 12x12 paper pad, and I also use some of the chunky glitter as well. Oh, I haven't got that out yet. I wonder if I brought it with me. Hopefully I have. And then we've got some multi-purpose card, Nina card, alcohol-proof ink. So I use Flagstone. That's just to stamp your sentiment, nothing more than that. And the Pale Fig water-reactive ink pad. So that's the first bit that you need. You're also going to need your Gemini, of course, because we're die cutting. Lilac and mint green Centura pearl, mint green flatback pearls, scoreboard, tape pen and tacky glue, double-sided tape and foam pads, ball tool and a sponge to make those flowers, scissors and dauber, and then I used these Spectrum Noir pens, but I think I might have given us Ben slightly different ones because we didn't have 2 sets. So you've got purple blend, green turquoise blend, and Hydrangea Blend, but you can just do it as you know, as you see fit. So yeah, that would be absolutely fantastic.
There you go, so everything that you need to get your bits and pieces together if you want to join along with us on the craft along. Yeah, this launched on the 31st of March, and actually we've got a great deal on it. The whole collection is available with a $15.95 saving or $18.20. Platinum price is £49.59 or $57.20. You can also go on a 2 for £23 or $37 deal. These really are quite beautiful. We've got your elegant trellis first of all, so a whole range of different designs, whether you are cutting these straight into your cardstock, whether you're cutting them to make panels to layer these up. You will again be able to cut through multiple layers of these to make these nice and easy to layer up should you want to be able to create that sort of drop shadow effect. There's your elegant trellis. This one here is that gorgeous gingham lace. Again, kind of like designs for all sorts of seasons as well, and just so much detail within each and every one of the dies that you're going to receive. This is rather cool. The balloon flowers. I didn't realise until we launched them. I thought we'd just come up with a new flower called a balloon flower. It's an actual thing. Who knew? But so gorgeous. The design that you've got in the flower itself, the decoration that you've got on the edge too. So much to love about all of these. Like we said, our guys have hit it out of the park once again. The rose garden there. Whenever I see the roses, I always think that'd be quite nice as well if you like to do your paper piecing. If you want to do a bit of colouring with these as well, you've got the ability to do that. They're so super versatile. This one is your elegant daisy chain, which I think we're going to be using over the course of this show. And then lastly, you've got your chasing Dragonflies, very popular at the moment, aren't they? The old Dragonflies, and again, that is a lovely, lovely die to complete that set. 6 dies in total, as I say, $49.59 for the full bundle, $57.20 if you're shopping in the US and you're a platinum member, but you can buy 2 for £23 or $27. We've got Radical Rachel on the socials. Who is in already? By the way, Rachel, I'm not going to send you a tardy slip. She says she was a little bit late, not nearly as late as us, by the way. I must just let you know, we were outside the studio having a bit of a chat. It was 1:45. We think, 15 minutes, we're fine. And all of a sudden, Charlotte pipes up, goes, "Are you going to go and get in the studio?" We hadn't realised it was actually 4 minutes to, and the clock had stopped. Well done, Charlotte. Carletta says, good morning, everyone. Sarah Brown says, hello again from Melbourne, Australia. Nee Connie, hello. Good morning from Clyde, New Jersey. Hello to our Fab CTV crew and Team Social. We've got Johnny and Charlotte in the gallery today. Hello to everyone watching here, and hello to our lovely Lady Corrine and Lord Ben. Maureen Haggis says, hi everyone, Ben, Corrine and team. Pammy says, I love these edgeables, they really make beautiful projects. And you also say you're going to make this later on. I've got 2 projects on my desk that I have to finish first. And we must just say hello to Christine Mahoney, who is with us as well. Now, as we said, Corrine leading the craft along. I'm going to have a bit of a go. See how we get along, but a lady's going to be joining us. She is no stranger to craft alongs, and I know she's going to smash this one out of the ballpark as she always does. One of my absolute faves. It's the lovely Gilmore. How are you, Gilmore?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm not feeling too great, if I'm being honest. I haven't had much sympathy yet from anybody here. So if you want to throw some my way.
Well, I hope you feel better, but you are crafting along. You're not getting out of that one.
Okay, but the thing is, they always say crafting is good for the soul. So I'm hoping that by doing a bit of crafting, it might make me feel a little bit more uplifted anyway. Yeah. What do you love about this collection before we get started? Is it one that you use quite a lot?
Actually, to be honest with you, this is the first time I'm going to be using it.
Oh, okay.
And it just so happens that those are the 2 dies that I bought. The ones that Corrine has selected, so it's going to work out really great.
It's fate.
She did tell me before the show that she actually sort of made this craft along around you, Gilmore, knowing that you bought those 2.
Yeah.
We wanted to make sure that it worked brilliantly for you. Have you got everything that you need, and are you ready to go?
Yes, I do. I have everything I need.
Excellent stuff. Well, we are ready. You're ready. You guys in the gallery ready? Yep. Are you ready at home? Ready. Okay. I think I'm ready. As I say, I'll go as far as I can go because I'm making excuses. I'm not feeling well, and also I've got all this to do and that, and I've never seen so much stuff this side, so I'm panicking a bit before we start. But Gilmore's shaking her head. I can see you, Gilmore, on the bottom of my screen. I can see you. Don't you shake your head at me. So anyway, no excuses. Let's get going. Where do we need to start?
Okay. let me just say, I know I did a craft along the other day and I said I'd put the instructions on, which I haven't done because I realised there was a typo on my instructions and I didn't have the thing to correct it. So I'll put this one on and the other one on, hopefully tomorrow. So both the one. I have written out all the instructions with all the measurements and everything. So this will go up on my Facebook page eventually. So you will get this. Ben's got a copy. Do you feel like you're prepping for a panto? So you've got your lines and something all in front of you. Just
if those were my lines for panto, I could tell you I wouldn't be learning them because there's too many numbers on there for my liking.
Too many numbers.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the first thing is we need our card blank. I have so many card blanks in my stash. I decided to use an 8-inch card blank and to trim it down. So what I want is, I want a 7 1/8 inch card blank. So that's really easy. So 7 1/8, making sure you don't cut through your fold. Just putting that one out there for you, Ben. Don't cut through the fold. So if you haven't got a card blank, then maybe you can just take a piece of A3 card. But basically you want a square card.
I haven't got my extendy one.
I mean, you've got an extendy one. Is it
I've got a small one. It's not big enough.
Okay.
Jay.
Swap, quick. Swap.
Will I need that again?
Might do.
Okay, thanks.
I'll cut the other bit.
Jake.
Right. Oh dear. Right. 7 1/8.
There's a guillotine around.
Right. There we go. So he wants an extendy bit on his guillotine. There we go. 7 1/8. 7 1/8. You failed at the first point. Right.
Did you do mine? Did you do it?
That's right. That's the right size. You're ready there, Ben. You're absolutely right. So now we've got a square card blank. I cut 2. Oh, and now Ben's got
Thank you,
an
Jake.
extendable mat thing. Right. So let's do that. So what we're going to do is once you've cut your card blank, what you actually want to do is then just trim a little bit off the bottom, and I'll show you why. Because when we do this, like here, can you see? I want these bits, I want to be able to see the bit through there, and we're going to put that on afterwards. So just trim a little bit off so that your base is just shy. So about an inch off the bottom, Ben, but it doesn't have to be an exact inch.
Okay.
So we're just going to take an inch off the bottom. So if you look at my card base now, you can see one side is staggered. You all right there?
Got you.
Perfect. Right, yeah, you can put that out of the way for a minute.
Okay.
And now we're going to get your first of your die. So like I said, I'm using my Elegant Trellis. Oh, these are new ones. So I can take that. Elegant Trellis, you've got that there for you, Ben.
Yep.
That's that one.
Yep.
Yep. And we're going to pop that onto the full side, and we're going to put it close to the edge. Now, the die might be very slightly bigger than your card base. That's fine. Just centre it up.
Yeah.
Right up to the edge.
Yeah.
There you go. Perfect. Close your card up. Close your card up. Is that the longer end?
That's on the longer end, yeah.
Flip it over because you want it on the top side.
Oh.
Yeah. There we go. Put it on that side. Don't worry. We'll sort that in a minute.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So we're going to put that on there and then put a piece of tape on.
Okay.
I'm going to put 2 pieces on, so as long as that's centred. So now, open up your card blank.
Yeah.
Now, I find I like my die to be cut on my plate that way round. So that means that this piece is underneath to fit. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our metal plate in the middle. So can you see I've hugged my metal shim with my card.
Yeah.
And that means that then just put your rest of your plates together as normal and run that through your die cutting machine. So that's going to work 2 ways. That's going to do 2 things. That's going to add an extra shim in so that you've got metal cutting metal, so you're going to get all that detail, but it's also going to protect your card base. Are you happy there?
Oh, I don't know. I think so.
Good.
Just getting the plates. Oh, hello. Sorry, I'm still here. Right.
It's just because they've got the metal plate. Now, look at that. Can you see? Absolutely perfectly cut. Is yours like that?
Yes.
Brilliant. Okay, take your die off.
Okay, I need a bin, Jake. Yep.
Or you can hoover, you can sweep up at the end. Take your die off, and as I saw Jen do, roll back your tape very carefully, and then it shouldn't damage your card base.
Okay.
That was a top tip from Jan yesterday. Roll back your tape, and then it'll protect your card base. Then you need to get your die clean, because we're going to use that again. We're going to use it a fair few times.
Oh dear, I'm going to need to hoover over here.
Don't worry about it. You haven't had fun if you haven't made a mess.
No, that's exactly right.
There we go.
That's
Poke the
okay,
last
Phil.
bits out. There we go.
Oh,
There we go. So that's what you should have. Is that what you've got?
yeah, pretty much.
Brilliant. Okay. Now, what you want to do is grab your scoreboard, and we're just going to score that in half to make our easel card. So all I'm going to do is butt that up to the edge, and I'm going to score at, where's my bone folder? I put it out.
Have I got it?
No, I've got to put myself one out as well. Oh, let's find another one. I can do that. Right. Score that at about 3.5 inches, because you've got a little bit extra, but 3.5 should be about right. Score that at 3.5, and then that should fold over perfectly to make your easel.
3.5. Sorry. Hello. There.
Yeah, right, are we ready? Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so simple so far. Okay, now, if you remember our easel card, we need a top as well, so we're going to get a piece of white cardstock, and we're going to cut that to the 7 1/8 again. And you've got your extendable bit on your guillotine, so you should be able to do that.
I know why I've scored that in the wrong place. I did it on the centimetre side.
Don't worry, we can. If you've scored it in the wrong place, we're going to stick something over the top.
I know,
so
I just scored it in the right place. I thought you were a lot further along than mine.
There we go.
I was like, mine doesn't look right. There we go.
I don't need my metal plate now. And all we're going to do now is we're going to cut this into. So this is 7 1/8. We're just going to cut it twice into here. Once into the top and once into the bottom.
Okay.
You need a piece of white card.
Oh,
7
sorry.
1/8.
Piece of white card.
Square card, 7 1/8.
Have you cut yours then, have you?
I've just cut it.
Oh, I've missed it. 7 1/8 all the way around.
Yes.
There is a lot going on here.
We've had one number, 7 1/8.
Yeah.
That's the main number we've used so far.
7 1/8. Oh, sorry, you're overhead now. Yeah. Oh, my head's in the shot. I'm going to hear that a lot today, aren't I? I'm still in shot. Gone now? Can you see what I'm doing?
There you go.
Oh, here, there. Shall I put it back a bit for you? You good now? Is that good? I'll go back to Cory. That is probably the way to go. 16 shots, isn't it?
Right, there you go. So you cut one side, and then I'm just going to clean my die and cut the other side. Get the bits out, and then just something like a die brush to get it out. But make sure you get all the bits out before you cut again.
So which one have you cut into that? The same one again?
Same one again.
Into one edge?
Into one edge, and it really doesn't matter which edge you do because it's a square. Just make sure you centre up the die.
Okay. And I don't need the metal shim this time, no?
You don't need the metal shim, no.
Normal plate combination.
Normal plate combination.
And you're doing the same one into both sides?
Of this, yep.
Okay.
There we go. I'm going to pop that on like that, and then, so you can see, 1, 2. It's really, so we're doing exactly the same as if we were doing a regular easel card. There's nothing different about this. Are you happy over there?
I'm just a bit behind, but I'm happy.
Don't worry about it.
I'm not worrying.
Good.
I'm just taking my time.
That's what you should take your time and enjoy the process.
Because what will happen in a minute, you see, the presenter bloke will probably do a bit of a chat and it'll give me time to catch up.
Will you do a bit of a chat? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm taking my paper very gently off there. Now, if you've got any bits like this one, just here, all I'm going to do just there is, if I course, a little bit out. I'm just going to snip those out there. Now, it's done it on both sides, both of these. I thought it would go right to the edge, but it hasn't. So I'm just going to snip those off just to bring the lattice right to the edge. There we go. There, all the way along. All the way.
Well, isn't it satisfying taking your die off?
Yeah.
And seeing all the bits and pieces that it
There we
takes
go.
to it.
So what we should have now is our card base with our lattice on and our panel with our lattice on. And that's going to fit, if you've done it right, that's just going to fit just, see on there. So by doing that, you can now see, not with a drop shadow, but that's going to go like that. So it means that you can see through. You could have left that solid, but then you'd have had a solid panel behind there. But I wanted it so that you could see through like that. Can you see? Really pretty. Really pretty.
Yes, I'm just one little cut behind you.
It's okay.
Are you motoring on?
I'll sort of make sure the next piece
Okay.
is getting ready.
Okay.
Because we're just going to be using this die quite a few times now.
Okay.
So the next piece that I want to cut is, oops, my scoreboard's falling over. Oh, not that. So we want to do 7 1/8 again, because that works the best. And this is going to be the panel for the bottom. So I'm just going to do it a little bit less. I'm going to come down to, I wrote down 6.5, but I'm going to do about 6 3/4, I think. Do it on that one. So what we've got now is we've got the panel that's going to go in the bottom. So you can see where we're going now. We need to cut this into there again. I can see lots of bits left in my die, so it's not going to cut. Just take all these bits out, just on here. So, oh, Gilmore's gone. Oh no, she's just to the side. I thought she'd run away. No, she's still there.
Still there.
There we go. So just do exactly the same, centre it up, right to the edge. Aren't they gorgeous, these edgeables? But I mean, what I'm doing here could be done with any edgeables that you have got. Anything that you like the look of. So I'm going to cut that one. Oh, that's not very centred, Corinne. I've given you a die brush if you need it.
Oh yeah, have you?
Yeah.
Oh, you have as well. Right, so hang on, I'm one step behind you, so I've got
okay.
my base there. Right, so I've got that.
Yeah.
So where are you up to now?
Oh, perfect. So you've got that piece and you've got your base and your front piece.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant! You're not much. So cut another piece of white card.
Okay. 7 1/8 by 7 1/8.
Well, make it a little bit less on one side. So I made it about 6 3/4. So you're not really a step behind. You're only just behind.
7 1/8 by 6 3/4.
Yes, please.
Okay. Sorry, you're getting annoyed with me.
No, not at all. No, because if I'm going too fast for you, then I might be going too fast for everybody else.
But I'm very slow. I don't know if you know, but I'm trending on all the socials. I'm hashtag the clunky craft. I'm not trending at all. I'm hashtag the clunky crafter.
Perfect.
So I'm clunky, I'm slow, I'm very deliberate with my movements. I'm like a tortoise.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. Right, so I'm going to cut that into there
7
as well.
1/8, 6 3/4, you said.
Yeah.
About there.
There is method in the madness doing these two pieces separately, and I'm doing them separately on purpose so that I can add layers in underneath.
So what am I doing with this piece now? That
Right, now you're going to do exactly the same. So the die is going to go across the 7 1/8 width. You remember that width that we had, 7 1/8?
Yeah.
And so that's your 6 3/4, and that's your 7 1/8, and you're just going to cut that out as well.
Same die again.
Same die again.
Okay. Jake is going to absolutely kill me when he sees this mess.
You can blame me.
What? But you're not crafting over here.
Yeah, but I made you cut those.
That is a very good point, actually.
Yeah.
Right, so I'll just take that on there.
There we go. So we've got that. So this is going to go on here, just like that. That one's going to go there, and then we've got that piece on there. So you can see it all flows all the way through.
Yeah.
All the way, really, really easily.
Can we have a break in a minute, miss?
Okay, we'll have a break after that.
Okay.
While we're having a break, what you can be doing is we can have Centura Pearl Purple, and we're going to cut, I'll show you this, I'm going to cut to 7 1/8 again.
Okay.
Just there. And then I'm going to cut 3 1/2 twice. So I'm going to cut 1 at 3 1/2 out of that, and then another 3 1/2. And these are going to be your drop shadows. There we go. I thought I did. There we go. So I've just got two identical size pieces. There we go. And I'll pause at that point. Okay. Are you with us then, Ben?
I'm just... I need to know the measurements again for the Centura Pearl. So I've got my card base, I've got that bit, I've got that bit.
7 1/8
Yep.
by 3 twice. 7 1/8 by 3, and you've got 2 of those.
Right, I'll tell you what, should we check in with Gilmore very quickly?
Yeah.
See how Gilmore's doing. Gilmore, how are you getting along so far? Is it a good pace for you? I feel like I'm a little bit, am I holding proceedings up? Oh, thanks.
I'm even more behind you, Dan.
You're more behind than I am. Do you need anything repeating? Or
Yeah, please tell me.
Just ask if you need anything repeating.
Once you cut both sides of the one square,
Yeah.
what was the next thing that you did after that?
Once you did both sides of the square, you needed another piece, and we did 7 1/8 by 6 1/2, and then we cut it into one edge of that as well.
Okay, right.
Should we take a quick little break?
Perfect.
Oh, thank you for that, by the way. So I've got my bits there now. I tell you what, should we have a look at this Centura Pearl, just whilst we're catching up? So the Centura Pearl deal we've got on the show is phenomenal. That's where we've got some of the lilac from. 100 sheets you're going to receive in total here. So 10 different designs, or colours I should say, 10 sheets of each, and it really is the absolute bomb. This, you guys love our Centura Pearl. We've got some Centura Metallic in there as well. So 10 sheets, 10 GSM of course, A4 size. Perfect for all of your construction and just general gorgeousness in all of the colours. Look at that price today as well, by the way, £24 or $40. Centura Metallic, we've got the dark chocolate in there, 10 sheets of that gorgeous turquoise. You're going to receive, ooh, I've not seen that very often. Mink.
It's lovely, isn't it?
It's a gorgeous colour. Then you've got here is that ivory, I want to say? Ivory is included in there, 10 sheets. The gorgeous, then you've got the mint green.
Which is what we're using today.
Yep, 10 sheets of your lilac, which is what we just used a few moments ago. 10 sheets of your baby pink. And then you've got 10 sheets, of course, of the baby blue as well. That's a phenomenal buy today. £24 or $40 for all of the Centura Pearl. Very busy for that right now. Loads of you shopping for it. I think we are going to take a quick little break here. Let me just read a few comments that are coming through. Wow, loads of you getting in touch. Nee says, Ben, you seem frazzled and not yourself today. I'm struggling on. Hopefully it's not serious, and a day of rest and tea will bring you back on your feet. I need a holiday. Kat says good morning from Florida. Feel better soon, thank you. Sarah says, Ben, I'm sending hugs. I know you don't feel well, but I'm thinking of you from Melbourne. And Rachel says, poor Jake, you're making him earn his wages today. I tell you what, he will be after the show. He will be after the show. Let's have a little break right now, and then we'll come back and we'll do a little bit of a recap, because I know a few of you are asking for that time to catch up and a bit of a recap. If there's anything specifically that you want to know, then ask those questions now. We'll come back, do a bit of a recap, and then move on to the next part in just a few moments' time. I'm going to go and find a broom.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches. And of course, the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration. And of course, you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Draw, decorate, and customize your world with the colorful Spectrum Noir acrylic paint markers. Each premium paint marker gives opaque coverage on ceramic, glass, wood, and let's not forget paper, cardstock, and canvas. These versatile markers are filled with highly pigmented premium water-based paint, offering beautiful, rich, and smooth coverage. The colors can be blended together and the fast-drying opaque paint is ideal for layering. A 3mm bullet tip offers smooth strokes and a precision valve mechanism allows rich and consistent flow with no clogging. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours.
I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing.
Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the Craft Along with me, Ben Moseby. Today I'm showing you how to, no I'm not doing it, can you imagine me doing a Craft Along? Oh dear, maybe about 10 years down the line. There haven't been any more questions that have come in, so hopefully that little break gave you a bit of an opportunity just to catch up. But as we said, the great thing is you can ask during the show if there's anything you want repeated, any more measurements. But if you do find for whatever reason you get a bit behind, maybe you need to go off and do stuff, you'll be able to watch this show back, and Corrine did say she'll put up the instructions again for you on the socials, and I'll share that on my page as well, so it is all there for you. I've just jumped a little bit slightly ahead, I think, haven't I, just so that I can get a bit ahead whilst I'm doing all of this too. So
I'll recap, shall I?
Yeah, do a little quick recap, that'd be lovely actually.
Right, okay. So, because I was using a pre-made card base, I trimmed it to 7 1/8 by 7 1/8 and then took just a little bit off the back panel, because what I wanted it to finish just shy. So then we cut our elegant trellis into the top, from the top we cut it into there, and once we've done that, we scored it in half. So I just scored at 3.5 inches because we'd taken a little bit off, because like I say, it was 7 1/8. So that fits perfectly. So that is my card base. Then we took another square of card, again 7 1/8 by 7 1/8, and we cut the trellis into both sides. Now that's going to be the front of the card. And the reason we did it like that was so that when we put this one on here, that should match up absolutely perfectly with there, and then that means that we can see through the back of the card. So that's going to look really, really pretty. So the third thing we did was we took another one. Again, we're sticking at the 7 1/8 width. So if you remember, for the card base, everything's starting off as 7 1/8. But then we only cut it to, I think we did 6.5, because I just need it just a bit shy. And then we've cut it into the edge there. So we've got 4 cuts with this die so far. 1 in our card base, 2 in our front panel, and 1 in our bottom panel. So really simple, just like that. Okay, so if you've caught up to that point, the thing you need to do next is cut yourself 2 pieces of lilac card. So we did it to 7 1/8, and then the width is 3.5 inches. It's not exact, it doesn't matter, 3.5 inches, and we're going to cut it into the edge of there. So I'm just, because it's just shy, so if you turn it over, you will see, if this cuts just right, what it should do is it should just cut straight off the edge if we've cut it to the right size, and that's going to be on there. We'll cut that one, and then we will run that through our die cutting machine. So do that, and we're going to do that in both. And what those are going to be is those are going to be your drop shadow, because I always, oh, let me just try and get those lined up and then I can get it in. It's really nice to create a lovely drop shadow. So if we look at my finished card, on the top panel, you can see we've got a drop shadow there and a drop shadow there. Now, what you could do is, if you're really, really clever, is you could do that as a solid piece. But that just started getting too complicated for me.
Oh yeah, you don't want complications.
No, I thought, no, that's too complicated, trying to make the drop shadow line up with the top and the bottom. So I thought, if I cut it into 2 pieces, I'm just sort of telling you my logic behind it, is so that when we then come to make the drop shadow, we can do each one completely separately. And I just thought, I'm all for simplicity. For me, I want to make life as easy as possible. I don't want any accidents, you know, where it's going to go wrong. I've just got to poke these bits out. This is the bit that probably is the most frustrating with making this project, is you use this die so many times. I think these 2 might be the last time we use this die.
This is a great point, what we always chat about, that if you ever see any of these on a deal potentially, or do you know what I mean, or a buy one get one, or if you're going for a couple, it's sometimes good to have 2 of the same die, isn't it?
Oh gosh,
for a project like this.
Yeah. Exactly. So pop that one on there, and then we can pop this through here as well. So that's good to go through, and then I've got nearly everything that I need. So then let that go through. But if you could get your mint Centura Pearl ready, that'll be the last thing you need.
Yes, thank you. Okay. I've got mine ready. I think you have cut mine ready for me as well.
You've got yours ready, and I'll tell everybody how to get to that in a minute.
Okay.
So there we go. There we go. Look at that. Perfect.
Yes. Very satisfying peeling the die off the cardstock, isn't it? And then poking it all out. Love it.
Right, finished with that die, so I can put that away now. Oh, and I've just got to trim the edges off here, because it's just... the pressure is so much, it's just moved it ever so slightly. Just want that to pop out. There we go. Take that one down, and then to there. Right, okay, so once you've got to there, so we've now got, I'm not doing any sticking yet, so I've got my 3 cut white pieces and my 2 lilac pieces.
Yes.
I just need 2 matte mint green pieces, and then we can start putting the first bit of our card together. So all that is the easiest way to do that is get your piece of, the sort of most efficient way of doing this is I'm going to cut a 6-inch piece of card there. Then I'm going to cut it to 7 1/8, of course, because that's the same size as everything else. And then I'm going to cut that 6-inch piece into 2 3-inches. But that just means that I've got a nice big piece left over.
Yeah.
It was the easiest way to maximise my card and the minimum cut. So I've got 2 3-inch pieces. Look, can you see? 2 the same.
Yeah.
By 7 1/8.
Perfect.
There we go. Really, really easy. So now it's about assembling my card.
Okay.
So I gave you some tacky glue. Now you could use your tape pens.
Yeah.
But I found for this that tacky glue was really good.
Okay.
So get your tacky glue, and what we're going to do is we're going to create a drop shadow on both these sides. Can you imagine if this was one piece, how exact it would have to be to make a drop shadow on both? I just thought it,
Yeah.
So these are going to go there and behind there, and if you've measured it right, you should just have a little gap in the middle where they don't meet.
Cool, blimey. I've only got a little gap in the middle where they don't meet.
That's fine, as long as you've got a little gap.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, absolutely. Perfect. Is that yours? Yep, perfect. But that means that you can create the drop shadow perfectly. So I'm going to turn this one over, and I'm just going to add, like I say, you could use your tape pens if you want to. Ooh. But now just put a little bit of glue all over wherever you want. You don't have to put it on every bit, just random places. I found it easier to put it onto the white card, and then we're going to put the purple onto there.
Are you mainly a wet glue person anyway, or are you just using it for the point of making it easier to line up the detail?
Both. I do tend, because obviously I'm fairly new to Crafter's Companion, I've never had a dotted tape pen like this before.
Yeah.
So I suppose I sometimes forget about it, but also because I'm creating a drop shadow, I just want to know that I've got that wiggle room, and I'm also going to put a bit of wet glue just here to hold that down. There we go.
So I missed what you're saying there because I was talking. So you're not putting glue along the whole thing, just on the top of you put it.
Yeah, just I've sort of gone across the trellis, across the top, and a little bit down there.
Okay.
And I've also just put a little bit on the bottom of the purple, just so that it doesn't flap around.
Right.
Okay. Put that one down on the counter, and then just a minute. I've got a couple of bits that I just need to cut out. Sorry. Let me just trim those bits out. Otherwise that would annoy me. Just want to get those out. There we are. There. I missed those. Right, put that on the counter, and then I'm going to create my drop shadow just...
Oh, so you're sticking... Oh, I see. So you're doing it that way round.
Yeah, the purple behind. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Oh,
Well, what bit's not clear?
Oh, no, sorry. So, I see. So the white going down onto the purple.
Yes.
So it's
You've got more control.
Yeah, I see.
There we go. You see, just like that. Can you just see the purple just as a drop shadow? It's very subtle. We don't need a lot, just a little bit, but just looking through there. Okay? And then we're going to do exactly the same on the other side. And the great thing is...
Oh, it's fallen off.
Pardon?
Sorry, my drop shadow fell off. It fell off. There we go, I think.
Is it on?
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Good. Well done. And then we're going to do the second one. Exactly the same.
Okay.
Just...
Yeah, like that. Stay there.
Do you know, it's really good having you crafting along because you're asking... It is, because you're asking the questions that I'm sure everybody at home would be asking.
I think as well, the pace that I tend to go at is obviously the slowest of the slow.
No.
So I think that's kind of how it works.
There we go. Glue on there, and then glue on there. And we're going to do exactly the same.
Oh, I tell you what I didn't
Pop
do.
that one down.
Enough glue there.
And then put myself another drop shadow on. Now, if a little bit overhangs at the edges, which it should do if you think about it, because we're creating a drop shadow, don't worry, we're going to correct that at the end. Can you see I've got a little bit of purple sticking out here?
Yeah.
Don't worry, we will put all of that right at the very end, not at the very end, but at the end of this sort of step.
Okay.
So there we go, create that drop shadow and then flatten it down. There we are. Okay, so, right. There we are. Right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to put matte behind some of these layers. You're right there, I can see Gilmore looking. So we've got drop shadow behind both of them on here, and we've also got this matte layer that's going to go on the bottom. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a green layer behind here and behind one of the drop shadows behind here, so that every layer is different. So this is white and drop shadow, this is white, drop shadow and mint, and this is white and mint. So we've got completely different, every panel has a slightly different feature to it, so to speak, if that's what you want to call it.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. You see, right? So you've got this, so we're going to put green behind one.
Right.
And then your panel that you've got, that's just got that, we're going to put green behind the other.
Right, so green behind one of the purple drop shadows I've just done, and that one there, green behind that one.
Yes, but what you want to do is your green wants to go just up to the line. I left my, let's call it the fringe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The border at the top?
Yeah.
We left that without any behind.
Okay.
So can you see if I turn this over, there we go, I'm going to fix it to that point, so that this piece here...
The line underneath the fringe?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
There we go, so let's put that on all the way, so it's just the same as when we were doing the drop shadow. And it's also adding a lot of stability to our card. There we go,
Oops.
all the way. So it looks really fancy, this card, but really it is just a simple easel card, but we're just using these gorgeous edgeables, and I'm actually going to do it this way round. I'm going to do it that way so that I can see I've only done it behind there, and then pop that just there. Let's go to there. There we are. And press that down. Have I done that? Have I dropped that down too far? No. There we go. I'm going to get my brayer back out. Where's my brayer gone? I'm going to get my brayer and I'm going to stick that down. There.
Sorry if I've gone silent again.
It's okay. There we go.
Concentration mode.
Now, on mine, I've just noticed that this bit's a little bit loose because I've not taken the glue down long enough. So all I do is just run my glue nozzle just down there, and then I can actually just pop in some glue. There we go. And then that's there. And I'll sort that out in a minute. And then we can put the glue on this side. And then we've virtually got our main bit of our card base. It's ready to assemble.
Good-o. It'll probably be a good time to have a little bit of a
Yeah.
break, and we'll have a look at a few bits and pieces. We'll have a catch-up, see how Gilmore's getting
Yeah.
on as well.
Yep, so just exactly the same as the other, except this time we haven't got the purple layer as well. We've just got straight mint to white. But I thought that
And you're
was
still
nice.
layering that up to leaving the
yep.
detail at the top, aren't you?
To the detail at the top.
Right.
Let's just come on here. There we
This
go.
is my first experience of using wet glue extensively, because normally when I craft at home I use the tape pens.
Do you?
But it does, I can see why you got to do it, because it does give you a bit more time to get it straight, doesn't
Yes.
it? And to wiggle it into place, which is
If
quite
you
handy.
would prefer to use tape pens, then go for it.
Yeah.
But I just... There we go.
I think
I
with
like.
the tape pens, it's a good stick, isn't it? But it's making sure that you do get it.
Yeah, I forgot to
Pretty
put some
much
glue on there.
spot on.
I forgot to put my wet glue just there. There we go. You don't have... Yeah, you've got no forgiveness with tape pen, have you?
No, once you put it in place,
There we go.
that's
And you
it.
know me, I love a brayer to do that. Just so that you can see, all I'm going to do now is I'm going to run my scissors along that edge, so any little bits that overhang will be taken off. Check on this side, see if there's anything overhanging. If you put your scissors at a slight angle, everything will be hidden, but that should be fine. There we go. So those should be your 3 pieces. Let me put it like that you have. Have you nearly got your 3 pieces?
1, 2, 3.
Yes, you have. Perfect. Absolutely.
It's a little bit rough and ready, but that is always the way when I'm crafted along. Should we have a look at the Weekend Saver bag now? Half the stock of this is gone. Just to give you time to catch up, this is a great opportunity as well to ask any questions, or if you want any recaps, do get those coming in, and we will get those questions read out. But I must just bring to you that half the stock of our Weekend Saver bag has disappeared. So we've been doing this like the last, I don't know, maybe month, at least the last 3 weeks, basically giving you an unbelievable deal on the weekend. And the first weekend that we ran this, well, we didn't have enough stock. It sold out literally, I think, within about an hour. So we now make sure we have enough stock to go round. However, half the stock of this is gone. We are celebrating that yesterday was World Migratory Bird Day. So we put together the Weekend Super Saver, a little birdie told me mystery bag. So as you can imagine, everything that is in this mystery bag is bird related. It's a wonderful buy for £100 or $120 normally, but you're paying just £30 or $40 today. Platinum price even better. I'll show you the 2 items that give you the value of the bag first of all. So this here is your gorgeous creator card die. And what I love about this one's entitled your Lovebirds. You've got that gorgeous creator card effect, but then within the center, you've got that die to be able to create the movement, if you like. You can pop in the beautiful hanging element, and you've got that bird fluttering around. The second item to show you is the over the edge stamp and die set, really cute, great for the fact that you've got all of those stamps in there, but then the separate dies to be able to pop your characters wherever you want them to go on your project. Those 2 items there represent the value on the screen right there. So everything I'm about to show you now, it's as if you're getting it for free. You're getting the cute little birdie from the Twirling Characters collection, again with the aperture, with the stamps to be able to create that little birdie who twirls around in the centre of your card. You've got a gorgeous interlaced, beautiful bird cage, gives you all the detail that you'd expect with that intricate lace detail, the creator card effect, and of course interlace means you're going to be cutting through lots of your cardstock at the same time. From the Farmhouse collection, absolutely love this, flying by to say hi. It's the Flying Ducks, the Stamp and Dies. They are also included, lots of people's favourites. So you've got ducks in here, you've got blue tits, you've got hummingbirds. This set here was initially launched with the ornate screen die that we had, so it's going to look great on that if you have got it. If not, you've still got a gorgeous set of stamps and dies to be able to create some beautiful hummingbirds. And then lastly, by the way, I can't believe the value here, the Garden Party bird cage. That again, a lovely selection of stamps and dies in this bag. Well, £24 for this, or $32. It's insane, the value for money. And what I would say to you is, and this show has been a great case in point, if you're looking through that bag and going, yeah, well, I've got 2 or 3 of those, but I haven't got the others, get it anyway, because you've got presents then to give to friends and family who craft, and also, if you're doing a project where you're using a die more than once, you've then got 2 of the same dies, which is going to allow you to work a lot quicker, which is, I think, a great way of doing it. So pick that one up. Half the stock has gone, and it is still available for you right throughout the day today. Worth bearing in mind also that if you do shop with us today and you spend over £30 or $40, you will also get that free multimedia jigsaw die worth $29.99 or $39.95. No questions coming in on the socials I can see. Barbara says, oh good, Ben is crafting along. I'm trying. And Pammy says, I can remember when I used to use a rolling pin to smooth out scrapbook pages. Perfect. Yeah. I think you're bringing the whole, I've never seen anyone use a brayer as much as you, and I really like that idea of using it for that effect.
Really enjoy using it.
Yeah. Let's cross over the pond and see how my mate Gilmore's doing. How's it all going, Gilmore?
It's going. The hardest part is poking out all the little bits from the die cut. That's the hardest part.
Yeah, do you know what? I find that as well, actually. Like, you get to a point, if you get loads of little bits stuck in, like trying to get all the bits and pieces out, because you want to try and get all the bits and pieces out before you use it again, don't you, you see?
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Quick tap on the desk or a die brush. Both of those are going to be really useful.
Yeah.
As long as Leanne's not watching.
Say again?
I said as long as Leanne's not watching.
Oh, yes. That is
does she not let them be tapped on the desk?
No. Tip from the top, never let Leanne see you doing that, because you'll end up in the law court of Leanne.
Okay.
And you don't want to be there, do you, Gilmore? Are you up to speed, or are you a little bit behind, or do you want to ask Corin any questions whilst you're here?
No, I think I'll be able to catch up. I'm a little behind, but I'll be able to catch up.
Sure.
I'm good. I wrote some notes down.
Okay. Well, I think we're all good. Radical Rachel just tells me quite a few viewers are going to craft along later on.
Perfect.
So that's all good.
That's a great thing, isn't it, that we can do it like that?
Exactly.
Okay, so we're now going to assemble our card. So first of all, let's do the base one, and I'm going to do it actually with some double-sided tape. I forgot to pass you over some double-sided tape. Let me see if there's a second. Is there a second?
Can I use my tape pen?
Oh, use your tape pen. You got a tape pen? That would be perfect. Yeah. So what you want to do is put your adhesive on the back, wherever you want your adhesive. This is going to make it look better than the one that I prepped with, because you know I sort of made this up as I was going along, and so don't put any adhesive behind that border. You remember that border that we left clear? Yeah. That's going to overhang our card. So what I want to, I might have put that in the wrong place. Let me just check this. I might have actually put that tape in the wrong place. We'll correct that in a minute. We'll correct that just a minute. Right.
Right. So
tape on the back.
Of which one is this?
Of your panel that is just white and mint green.
Yep.
Yes.
So
put your tape on the back. Yep. And I'm actually going to put a piece of tape on the top of my card base just here.
Did you tape it along just underneath where the detail is, did you say?
I think I might have put that in the wrong place, so pull it back a little bit.
Okay.
Pull it back a little bit. Might have to correct that in a minute.
Where's it going on the card, on the base?
On the base, just on the top end, on this piece here, on that top end, and then some tape across the back of here.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to line it up with the top, Can you see? Watch this. So line it up with the top to make sure everything's lined up, and then offer it down. Just make sure it goes down square. Put that on. Line it up. Oh, I've just taped it. I've stuck it down already. Let's give it a minute. Line it up, and then offer it down just there. There we go. And then put it back. Now that's just run over the edge. Now, yes, look, I put my tape in the wrong place just there. I'm going to peel that off because I've gone a bit too close to the edge.
So hang on a minute. So that's on the inside, it's on the bottom of the...
At the inside of the card base.
Right.
Yep. I might have to put a piece of paper. I put my tape in the wrong place there. See, there's always ways to correct these things. Peel that off. Or I can always just put a piece of paper over the... Might have to put a piece of card over that. I'll do that in a minute. I'll just put this over the back there just to rectify it. I will correct that in a minute. So what we've got now is we've got our card base with the green underneath, and then we're going to take our panel and we're going to pop it on the front. So you just want to line up the white with the white and put this on. So what we're doing is we're having the open lattice at the bottom and the solid lattice at the top. So I'm going to put my tape on here. I will actually use a tape pen myself, I think. I think it's going to make life a lot easier. So I'm going to put that one on there.
So I sound like I'm going to sing. So the green with the
solid at the top and
top.
the open at the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think so.
That makes sense?
I think so.
And let's go across here. Now, Jan was saying when you're doing your dotted tape pen, very light. The lighter you compress, the better. And there's no tape on there, but I've got perfect coverage on here. So all I'm going to do now is line these up. I want to line up the white with the white, and that should be perfect. There we go. And then I've got an easel card. You see, there we go. Nice easel card. Have you got an easel card, Ben?
I have mine. Do you know what? Mine's a little bit rough and ready around here, but we'll be covering this up anyway.
We'll be covering most of it up in a minute.
But there's mine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got it absolutely perfect.
Spot on.
Perfect, perfect. So I just love that we've got 3 different panels. So we've got white, mint and purple at the top, purple and white down there, and then green and white at the bottom.
Yeah.
So it's just adds a little bit of extra interest. Okay, so if everybody's finished there, what we're going to do now, as I'll show you, is we need a panel for the inside. I've gone purple mint pattern. It's entirely up to you. And then we're going to do the front. So we've got purple, mint, and pattern. But when we come to the top, we're not going to stick it all down. So why don't we cut for the inside and then stick those on, and then we'll do the top separately. So let's bring in our paper trimmer. Now, if you've cut everything really well before, you should have quite a few pieces of mint and purple left over, your offcuts.
Okay.
So those should work lovely. So what I'm going to do for the inside is I'm going to do 7x4 for my purple layer. So I'm going to cut my 7-inch across there. So if you remember, it was 7 1/8, so we're now just doing 7. It's quite snug by 4, but you could actually do this quite a bit bigger if you wanted to. It could go, because it could go, you've got all that space, which is, it's about 5, but I'm going to do it by 4 here. 7x4. Then I'm going to take my mint piece, and I'm going to do, what if I wrote 16th? Then I'm going to do, my numbering is all wrong. It is 16th, yes, they're 16th. 13 16ths. 13 16ths. So that's 8. So it's 3 16ths back. That's the easiest way to do it. I like 3 16ths. And then I'm going to do it by 3 3/4.
So what's the measurement of that one, sorry? 6 and 13 16ths?
Yeah.
Now
what you've got to remember
is... 3 notches
is...
back from the 7, did you say?
Yeah. 3 tiny little notches. Now I've got a slightly bigger gap at the top there, but that's on the inside, and I'm absolutely fine with that. I was just trying to make life a lot easier for myself.
And what's the other measurement? 3 3/4?
Yes. For your, are you on green?
I'm on the 3, I've just done 16, 6 and 13 16ths.
And 3 3/4. 3 3/4, yeah. And then we need to find your choice of pattern paper. Now I'm using my Enchanted Dreams.
Right.
Because I think this is such a pretty paper pad. And I think I've given you a piece of Enchanted Dreams.
You have.
Cardstock.
We've got an 8-piece selection of that, which I'll show you in more detail in just a few moments' time, that includes things like your chunky glitter. We've got the dies in there as well. We'll show you that very shortly.
So, from here, what we want to do is cut a piece. I'm going to cut my 3.5 inches first. So that's going to go there. And then I'm going to centre it. I then want 6 5/8. So I'm actually, okay. I should do that. So then I'm going to do 6 5/8. But what I've done is I've taken it out of the centre of this panel. There we go. Can you see? Because I wanted that pattern. So you can just centre it wherever you want.
Have you cut that from an 8?
I've cut that from the 12 by 12 pad, but yours is already slightly trimmed down. So just cut it. You've got a piece there, yeah?
Yeah.
That's it. That's your piece.
Okay. So
all you
6.5 by.
So you want, where are we? Let me just write it, check it out. 6 5/8 by 3.5.
Right.
And I'm just going to map those together. But what, as I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to concentrate and make sure the borders are equal front and sides. Don't worry if you've got slightly different size borders at the back. No one's going to see those. So let's map those together. We're just going to do it with.
So 6 5/8 by 3.5.
3.5. Let's just put those together.
And now what you're doing, matting
Mat and layer them.
What, all those 3 together?
Those 3 together.
Oh yeah, they all work perfectly. Sorry, I don't know why I said so shocked. Sometimes I don't know what we're doing while what we're doing, but look, you can see.
Ah, right.
Now it works perfectly. Look, that's my mats on there.
Oh, yours is pretty.
Hey, pretty.
Yeah.
I chose that little floral bit, but on purpose, obviously.
And then that is going to go inside my card. And I'm going to do it right up to the edge of the trellis. So I'm going to open that up and I'm going to pop it just there. Don't worry about the gap you've got at the back, because when you do the easel card, no one's going to see it. Can you see there? And you could put any papers you want in this. I'm just using the Enchanted Dreams today. So there we go.
I think that's sort of almost a bit crooked, but never mind. So where's that going? Down the bottom?
Inside your card. Sort of just with this tiny little, just what, couple of mil or back from the edge of your trellis.
Back there?
Absolutely, that looks perfect.
Okay, beautiful.
Perfect, okay. So have we still got plenty of bits of our cardstock left over? Just checking what cardstock I've got, because I'm going to use bits and pieces again. And I'm now going to do very similar to the front, but I'm not going to stick them all down. I'm going to cut them, but I'm not going to stick them all down, and I'll show you why in a minute. So what we need to do is we need to cut. There we are. Right, what we've got from the lilac. We're going to go lilac first, and we're going to do 6 7/8 by 2 7/8. So we do that one first, rather than me shout lots and lots at you. So you've got some lilac there, Ben?
No.
You run out of lilac?
I've run out of lilac.
Ooh, let me pass you a piece of lilac.
Thank you.
There we go.
Is that one cut to...
No, that's not cut to size.
Details on your screen for your Centura Pearl, by the way. That does include the lilac. So if you want to go for that, you get in there as well. Baby pink, you've got your baby blue in there, you've got mink. I'll go through it all for you in more detail very shortly. What size is this going to, did you say?
6 7/8 by 2 7/8.
6 7/8. By 2 7/8.
Yep.
And then the green.
And the green, I'm just working out Right, okay, so this is 6 and 11/16 by 2 and 11/16.
I can't cope, it's too many numbers. Gilmore's shaking her head. Too many numbers, Gilmore. 6 and what? 11/16?
11/16 and 2 and 11/16. It's because I've had to drop back into inches. If I'd have done it in
15,
centimetres.
6 and 11/16. Sorry, I'm going to have to ask you again. And what was 6 and 11/16 and 2?
Yep.
And
2
11/16.
and 11/16.
16, 15, 14, 13. Oh, Charlotte, no, there's no need for that question. She's just said, what is that? What is 11/16 in decimals? No idea.
So that was 6 and 7/8 by 2 and 7/8, and then mint was 6 and 13/16 by, because I wanted such a nice thin mat, by 2 and 13/16.
Leave that one there and we'll screen grab that for a second. We'll have a little pause in a minute and give you a chance to all...
So once you've done that, we're just going to stick those onto the front and I'll let you do those, okay?
So matting and layering the green onto the purple and then putting that on the front of the card.
Yeah.
Just there. Right. This is fun, man. I've done a few craft alongs, but I potentially think this is the one that I've done from, because when I used to do it with Jan, she used to make me little things, I used to stick it together. And then the last one I did with Jan, I used the MIDI, but this is the first one I've done with the Gemini, all these different steps. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it as much as we are. Adriana just saying, doing great, Gilmore. Gilmore is smashing it. I can see she's doing a fab job.
She is.
Slick48214 on YouTube says, love these dies, a must have, they are, and if you haven't yet got them, then we will definitely give you the opportunity to grab them. And Lily says, running late, grocery shopping done for the week, however. Good morning, Ben, Corrine, CC team and all my crafty friends. So thrilled to see Gilmore crafting along. She always makes me smile, our Gilmore, doesn't she? She's one of the best, absolutely. And Nee says on YouTube, 13/16 question mark. Yes, if you've got our guillotine with the extending arm, it's 3 back from the top, isn't it? Because I always think 16/16.
Yeah, that's exactly how I do it.
I've got a small brain, big head, small brain, but that's how I do it in my little mind. The Centura Pearl, I'll quickly show you that, is 100 sheets of absolute gorgeousness. Construction weight card, of course, is this 310 GSM with that gorgeous, gorgeous sheen. This is 10 sheets of your Centura Metallic in the rose gold, which is amazing. Then on top of all of that, the dark chocolate, amazing. You're going to get the turquoise, 10 sheets. 10 sheets of that lovely mink. I think it's the first time I've seen that. It's absolutely stunning. We do some amazing colours, don't we, in our Centura Pearl. You've got 10 sheets of the ivory, 10 sheets of deep purple. I won't do it again. 10 sheets of the mint green, which is, of course, the colour that we're using in this craft along, with the lilac. 10 sheets there as well. And then you're going to also get 10 sheets of your baby pink and 10 sheets of your baby blue. That is 100 sheets in total for a smashing price today. Should be £40, $70, £24, $40 if you are shopping with us today and you are a Platinum member. Just quickly show you the all the dies that you're going to get. In this set, lots of you chatting about how much you love them. I mean, they're super versatile. I love what we're doing as well in this demonstration. The fact that you've got, something that's going to cut such a detailed design every time, and then the ability to be able to layer these up really, really easily. If you want to go for this collection, launched on the 31st of March. It's 2 for £23 or 2 for $27. However, pick them all up today for just £49.59 or $57.20. There's the elegant trellis, which we've been getting lots of use out of over the course of this show. But there's some other lovely designs in here as well. So you've got your gingham lace. Then you've got, I think this is my favourite actually, that balloon flowers. Absolutely gorgeous design. And again, whether you're cutting into the cardstock, whether you potentially want to, cut out your little strips, you can do. And of course, these will cut straight through two bits of cardstock as well. So if you want the design running right through your card, you've got the ability to do that as well. Gorgeous rose garden, bit of paper piecing potentially if you wanted. Elegant daisy chains. Amazing. And then lastly in this set is that gorgeous chasing Dragonflies. Absolutely wonderful designs. $49.59, $57.20 is the deal on that. Or 2 for 23, 2 for 27. I'm just going to stick together my cardstock here. Let's check in with Gilmore, who's looking very studious in her craft room. How are you getting on, Gilmore? How's all of the number crunching going there in your craft room?
I wasn't prepared for all the numbers on a Sunday morning.
The thing is, if all you need to do is make mats and layers, I'm using those numbers. If you measure your panel at the front, just do mats and layers that work for you. I had to give some numbers, so I'm giving those. But you know, if it works for you, once you just measure out the panel, like say just there, and then just do mats and layers that work for you the easiest way possible.
Are you enjoying working?
Could you?
Go on.
Sorry. Could Corinne read out the panel dimensions for the mat and layering for the second set?
For this one on the front? The one on the front, yeah. So there we go. I've got it on here. I did 6 7/8 by 2 7/8 for the lilac, and then 6 13/16 by 2 13/16. If you wanted to, if it makes it easier, you could do, where are we? If you want to do 6 and 6/8, would that be 6/8 or 5/8? If you want to do 6 5/8 by 2 5/8, then that would work equally as well. If you just find that a little bit easier, just work it to make it work for you. But basically, measure the size of that panel that you've got there, and then just do mat layers to fit.
Are you enjoying the craft salon, Gilmore? Are you enjoying using these dies for the first time? They're lovely, aren't they?
They are nice. They're very detailed. I picked these two because of the lacy trellis and the flowers that you can pop out.
Yeah.
So I really like those two features of this one, of the two dies that I selected.
Yeah, excellent stuff. Well, do you know what? We're having a fab time. I can't believe we've only got 45 minutes to go. I feel like I've done literally no work over the course of the last hour and 15 minutes because we're having so much fun. I think, let me just check these socials. I think we're good to go. Lots of you saying that you're loving watching. Marsha just says as well, again, this is where you can kind of change things up if you wish. Marsha Nelson, lovely Marsha says, you could cover a panel in gilding flakes. Funny you should mention those. They're still proving very, very popular after the launch earlier in the week. But I think we're all good to carry on.
Okay.
So over to you.
Okay, so now we're going to do the bow that goes, when I say bow, I don't mean a bow, I mean the bowed piece that's going to go on the front. Okay, so I've just making sure I've got no bits out there. So what you need to do is cut 2 more pieces. So these are a little bit easier to do. So in the pattern piece, we need 6.5 by 2.5. So that's quite easy. There you go, 6.5 by 2.5 out of your pattern. And then out of your white, you want 8.25 now. I've got 8.25 because that is the width of a piece of A4 cardstock. So basically I didn't cut the width. The width I've just used the whole width of my white card. So if you're using your multi-purpose card, that is the width without having to do any cuts. So I've just cut it to 2.5 inches that way. Does that make sense?
Oh, 2.5 inches down.
2.5 inches down, and it should be the full width of your A4 multi-purpose card. So that's easy. So these are going to go, so what we're going to do is we're going to pop that one on there, but don't stick it down yet. That's going to go on the front in a minute. And what we're going to do is we're going to create our band to go across there.
Right.
So what you want to do is pick your second die. I'm using daisy lace, and I'm going to cut it into this. Now what you should do is if you put it up to the edge, you should have an edge on either side. Can you see like that? Ben, can you see that?
Oh yeah, a little
bit overhanging. So you know whereas the last one we did it was the die was overhanging the card.
Yeah.
This time we've got the card overhanging the die. We've gone the other way.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Like that?
Let me see. No, I can't see yours yet. Overhand. Yep. So push that fluted edge right up to the edge of your card.
Yep.
So you've got a border down here, and that should be perfect. Yep, absolutely perfect. And then die cut that. Oh, and I've just moved mine. Let me see. Put that again. Let me get another piece of tape. Just going to pop that just there. There we go. So this is going to be the bowed piece of card on the front. There we go. So don't stick this one on yet, because what we want to do is we want to hide the workings. So your pattern paper is going to hide all the workings.
Okay.
You're going to be a dab hand with the Gemini by the time we finish, aren't you?
I'm enjoying it actually.
Good.
I'm a MIDI man, as you know, normally like to use the MIDI, but feel like a crash course in using the Gemini. Just getting used to it, isn't it?
Yep. Now look at this. This has cut beautifully. Now it won't have cut out of the cardstock, and that's absolutely spot on because that's what we wanted. What you need to do now is just release it here. Now when you see this, can you see it's cut to the side? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut to that point so it releases, and it's a different point on either side. It won't be level, but that's just how the die is. So can you see I've now got, can you see I've got a panel just there.
What a mess.
Have you got a nice panel?
I got that.
Where are you? I can't see. We're coming in. Absolutely. Right now, just cut out to the sides on either side.
Can we do that bit?
You can see where it cuts to, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you want to just cut the other side as well.
Okay.
No, flip it round. That's it. Flip it round to there. Yeah.
There?
No, up quite a bit.
Oh, there. Where to?
It's just below the border. Can you, if you wiggle that, can you see where it's? You're coming in. You're coming in.
Don't remember scissors.
Don't remember scissors. Can you see just to there? Look.
Ah, right. Yeah.
The first place. That it,
right. I see.
Yes.
I get you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, yours is exactly the same as mine. They could swap over and nobody'd know any difference.
Okay.
And that's what I love about die cutting, is it's such a leveler, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, just fold over the edges, just like that. Those little pieces that haven't cut just want folding in. Yeah, at the edges?
Yeah.
That's it, just at the edges. And then I'm going to put my tape on there. I'm going to use my tape pen, because everyone tells me this is construction weight glue. So we're going to put it to its test. There we go. And then I'm going to pop that onto my cardstock. So
Have I cut that bit? Oh, I have, haven't I?
yeah, you've done that. So you're going to wrap that round your card. So you do one side first. You do one side like that. Actually, I'm going to tuck those little pieces in there. I'm going to put one up, centre it up. Tuck those little pieces in there.
So you're sticking the tabs to the bit of the paper?
To the back of the paper. First one to the back, and it will stick out way from the other end. So what you do is you take your paper up to there, and then fold that one over.
So then you've got the bow. You should have a bow.
Can you see?
I do. Yeah, I'm a bit behind, but I get you.
There we go. You've got that effect now.
Oh, I need a tape pen. Have you got a spare tape pen? This one ran out. Thank you.
Take that one, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, it really has run out, hasn't it? Oh, yes, right down to the silver. We need to ask Jake for some more tape pens. Okay, so what we're going to do now, once you've got to there, now it's going to be quite difficult to put your glue onto here, so I'm going to put my glue on my base, but I'm not going to go right to the edges. I'm going to put my glue in the middle, because I don't want glue to come out. I'm putting plenty on. Put that on like that, and I'm going to pop my panel onto my card.
Come on, Moseby, this is awesome. I'm just going to shift mine. So that's just sticking onto the top panel, yeah? Or did you cut away the little bits there?
I've tucked them in on one side, but I forgot to tuck them in on the other.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, just tuck that one in.
Okay. And that just sticks onto the, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, onto the front of your card.
Awesome.
Effective, isn't it? Really simple things to do. Just if anybody's asking, how do you transport a card like this? Do you know we get all this bubble wrap now?
Yeah.
How I got this here without damaging it is if it's just put a if maybe when you're giving it to somebody, you might want to just put like a little airbag in there. So if you put it in a box, it won't then squash. That's how I did it when I was transporting it. But there you go. So there we are. We are nearly. It's just about the decorations now.
Should we have a little break?
Okay.
Can I just,
you got yours on? Does yours look the same as mine, Ben?
Yeah, I think so. Look, if I show you there.
Oh, wow.
And then, there.
Perfect.
Come on, Cory.
Perfect.
I'm well over the moon with this.
You should be.
Look, Sharon, I just said give it to Laura. Do you know what I might do when I get home? I might do. Let's take a little bit of a break. If you want to pick up the Grande Edge'ables, you can do. They're available right now. And the great thing to know is that you've got this craft along to come back to. Marcia says, Ben, you could end up the fill-in guy with all of this crafting. I don't know about that. Let's give you, it's very nice of you to say though, let's give you a chance to check out your baskets. We will give you a chance to catch up as well, and this is an opportune moment. If you've got any questions, if you want to ask, if you need any repeats, get those questions in now, and we'll come back with the final bit of this craft along in just a couple of minutes.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges, and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95, and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members, who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you, and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Take all the hard work out of patchwork with the Gemini Build-A-Block Patchwork System. This innovative collection of multimedia dies allows you to create patchwork blocks with ease and total accuracy. This set includes 18 dies to cut a range of shapes and sizes for patchwork or quilting projects. They can cut multiple layers of fabric at once. They include an accurate 1/4 inch seam allowance, plus all of your pieces are cut exactly the same size every time. Follow your own creative inspiration or look through the 20 patterns laid out in the guide. Not enough? There's an additional 60 patterns online. And right now, we have amazing offers on the Gemini Build-A-Block Patchwork System. Quick Buy, get yours now.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Welcome back. Lots of you checking out your baskets during that last little break. No more questions have come through. I think the chat on the street is a few of you are crafting along and are happy, and a lot of you have decided that you're going to save this for later, which is absolutely brilliant as well. Thank you for all the love coming in. Nee saying, Ben, awesome. Miriam, Ben, that is fabulous. Go you. Well done, Ben. A lovely card, says Carol. Ben, you're doing a great job. Well done, says Sarah. It's all down to Corinne's tuition. Gilmore's doing a fab job too, I can see on my screen below, and we'll check in again with her in just a little while. Let's just quickly show you the weekend saver bag. These are always brilliant because you get a huge amount of crafty goodies for next to no price. £100 worth or $120 worth in our A Little Birdie Told Me mystery bag. Yesterday was World Migratory Bird Day, so we thought, you know what, we'll put together a little super saver bag which is all bird themed. It's £24 or $32. I mean, I just can't believe that we do that deal because you'll be looking through this and thinking, well, I'll tell you from the start. So this creator card die that you've got here, plus your over the edge stamp and die set, that's worth more than £30 or $40. So it basically works out that you get everything else for free, like this gorgeous vintage bird cage from the garden party set. That's a stamp and die collection. You're also going to receive the really cute bird from the Twirling Characters collection. Again, stamps and dies. Get the die to be able to create the aperture, the little character you can stamp front and back and get him twirling in the centre of your card. Then you've got that beautiful bird cage as well. This one is interlacer, that deep cut blade, allowing you to cut through multiple layers of cardstock, but you still get that intricate detail. You've got Flying By to Say Hi, which is the ducks from the Farmhouse collection. Again, stamps and dies, sentiments in there as well. And then lastly, love this set, 20p stamp and die set of that hummingbird. Initially, of course, this was launched with the ornate screen panel die, but still works effectively as a gorgeous stamp and die set for all of your other projects as well. We are over half the stock gone now of this. Very, very busy. A great buy for you to treat yourself, a great buy to treat somebody else as well. And as I said, even if you've got items within that mystery bag already, buy it again, because at least if you double up, you can work quicker, or potentially you can give one of these to a friend for a gift. We're into the home straight. I think we're all pretty good to go. And I think it's all about the decoration now, is it?
Really is. So this is where I've gone onto the Enchanted Dreams collection. But basically, if you've got butterflies and you've got florals in any collection, then there we are, we were going there. Then you can use those. So like I say, I've used the Dragonfly from the Fluttering Fantasy, and I've used the Bewitched Beauty from. Oh no, I haven't used that one. Sorry, I picked up the wrong one. I've used the Beautiful Blossom. Sorry, I picked those out. The Beautiful Blossom out of the Enchanted Dream. So you're using those two to go. Perfectly. So I'm just going to cut those out. So I'm cutting my Dragonfly out of Nina card, and I'm cutting my florals out of, well, you can do this out, this works really nice if you do it out of the 6x6 paper, because you've got a smaller print. So I've just got 2 layers there, and I'm just going to cut the 2 largest flowers through on there, and that'll just run through my die cutting machine. But like I say, use whatever flowers, butterflies, dragonflies that you have got, because I know everybody has different ones. To do that, and we'll get that coming out all the way through there. Oh. Now that could have gone on a much smaller plate, couldn't it? We could have done that, and that's going to give me my dragonfly perfectly there. Let's take that tape off, pop that through there, just like that. How beautiful is that?
Yeah.
I'm going to use that little piece of card as my colouring mat. And then I've got some flowers just here. So I've cut through 2 layers of paper at once, because I knew they were going to cut brilliantly.
Perfect.
So I've just got some flowers.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. So the other thing we need to do, and I've actually done this, I know I've just done this slightly ahead, just because I didn't have any other dies, is I have cut some circles. So I've just used some nesting circles, and I've just cut one out of lilac, the next size down in my nest out of my pattern paper, and then I've missed one out, and I've gone, so I've gone 1, 2, missed 1, 4, if that makes sense, if you go down on there. And then we're just going to do a little bit of colouring. So the dragonfly is really easy. So I use my green turquoise, but you can use whichever ones you want. I'm just going to colour it down here.
But that fantasy film would work well as well, wouldn't it? We've got that coming up later on Second Chance Sunday, actually.
We have, haven't we?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go, I've done a first colour in first, and then I'm going to come in with my darkest colour. This is a really juicy one. My mid colour, just to blend that down, just down there, and then I'll come in with my paler colour, just to blend that in, just there. Really, really easy. And I'm going to do something very, very similar with the wings. So you can use as many colours as you want. I sort of did this a couple of different ways. So this is the Hydrangea Blend Pen. And I did some of these when I was colouring them, and I completely did use different colours. And I do find the brush. Did you come on your motorbike then, love?
Yeah, sorry about that. I just had to go and get some pens. Just a bit of a long way away. I'm back now.
Wow, that was loud. It was as if it was in here, wasn't it?
I thought John had ridden into the studio for a second then.
There we go. So we can put that one on. Just blend them out all the way. Just, you've seen us do lots of colouring. You've seen how we do that, and I'm actually going to use my lavender blend just to come in at the base and add in a little bit of extra colour. So now when you look at that, doesn't that look beautiful? I'm going to do the other side, exactly the same. I do find that the brush Spectrum Noirs are brilliant for this because they're really juicy, and the brush just goes over all the intricacies.
I suppose it's less harsh, isn't it? Because it's like a brush nib as opposed to like a
bullet nib. Yeah.
So it flows better over the
It does.
pieces.
I really find them the easiest way. I do go to my brush ones first when I'm doing anything like this. So that's my darker colour, my mid colour, just to blend out the edges, and then a little bit of my lavender just to go in there. And then I'm going to pick my mid colour again, and I'm just going to colour the antennae with my, actually I'll do my mid colour all over, and then a little bit of my darker colour at the base, just like that. There we go. How quick was that?
Perfect.
To colour like that. Can you see?
Yeah.
So pretty, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so the other thing I want you to do is to get some, I've used some pale fig. Now I've put you some of that over there. You should have an ink pad. I definitely picked you one out there, and a dauber.
No.
Can you not see it?
I haven't got it.
I definitely got you one.
I'll tell you what I haven't got as well, because I know you kindly cut me a few bits. I haven't got the, not that it matters, I haven't got the Centura Pearl Circle. What have you got?
Okay, I'll cut you on in a minute. Okay.
Don't worry, it's fine.
So I'm just going to go around the edges with my pink light, pale fig, just round here, on there. I'm sure.
No.
Look, there you are.
Ah!
There you go. And there, you don't need those pens.
No, I don't.
There you go. I did get you them out. I just didn't take them over. Sorry, Ben.
No, don't you apologise to me.
And then I'm going to do exactly the same on the edges of my flowers. I'm actually only going to use 3 petals. I'm just going to come in on the edge with my pale fig just to give it a little. You can't see it that much, but it's just enough that it just adds a little bit of interest down there. Little bit of ink just on there. There we go. Just to colour in the edge. There we are. There we go. So that should do that. Where's my lid? There it is. You wanted a Centura Pearl Matte.
Thank you.
I can do that. We've got a piece. Let's cut.
I've thoroughly enjoyed this. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed crafting along as well. You can see why it's an award-winning show, this, can't you?
Yeah, it's good fun, isn't it?
It is good fun. I kind of wish that we had, or I was quick enough for normal shows to craft along with you as well. But that would take forever. Imagine if I was doing this on every single show. You'd literally get about 1 demo done per show, I think.
Yeah, but on every show we don't always take it back to step by step like this, do we?
No.
We jump a lot of steps out with that. Okay, so I have got here, so we've got lots of bits. Also, stamp yourself a sentiment. Now, when I stamp my sentiment, and you should have one ready stamped, ready to go, and it should be to the right-hand side of your piece of card.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
I did wonder that.
Do you think I'd done it wrong? There's your
No, I knew there'd be a reason. Thank you.
So what we're going to do is we're going to cut some tails into this. Now, have you ever cut tails into a piece?
Me?
I don't know if there's a right and a wrong way to do it. I'll come down a little bit. How I tend to do it is find the middle
Yeah.
and cut up to where I want the tails to be.
Right.
Yeah, can you see I've just cut down the middle?
Yeah.
And then go from, so this is where you need big scissors. So I'm going to go with, in one snip, I'm going to go from the corner to that centre point. There, can you see? And then I'm going to turn it around and go from the corner to that centre point. And that's going to give me perfect tails. Did you see?
Oh,
I don't know if that's the right way to do it, but that's how I found. Because I find that if I do it freehand, they go a bit wonky and they go all over.
Mine's a little bit wonky, but...
Doesn't matter.
You know, that'll do, innit?
Let's have a look at yours. They don't look wonky.
No?
They don't look wonky. So, put some tape on the back of that, and you should have a small piece of purple card.
Yeah.
I should have given you a small piece. So, stick this on, and again, use the what's already been cut to make your border. So, two sides will be perfect border. Again, but put it so that the tails, there's plenty of card left at that side.
Yeah.
And then you can either use your trimmer, or if you trust yourself, use your scissors, just to cut in that last one, but go right beyond. And then you can just follow.
Oh, you stuck it down first?
Stuck it down first, yes.
Go on, Ben, concentrate.
It's all right. And then I can then cut my matte layer in like that. Perfect. That's going to be my stopper.
I see.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So I've got these ready to go. I've got my stopper ready to go. I've got my dragonfly ready to go. All I need to do now is make my flowers. And this is the bit I love. This is the bit. I craft all this so that I've got somewhere to make my flowers. And you've seen me make quite a lot of flowers recently. So we're going to do it exactly the same. A couple of ball tools and a sponge mat. You've got a black sponge mat. All I'm going to do is turn it over, and I'm going to shape from the back. Just shape it from the back all the way along there. I'm not going to press down. I'm going to do the other ones. Okay. You can do as many layers as you want of your flowers, but I thought 3 looked quite nice. And that's going to go there.
Yeah, I've never done this before either.
What, make flowers?
No.
You see, you learn something new every day.
I do. What have I done today for the first time? Used the Gemini machine. Well, actually not for the first time, but used it in a demo for the first time. I've done some inking for the first time. Making flowers for the first time.
Yep.
I mean, come on, look at me.
I know.
They said when I started here, they said they'll never make a crafter out of him. Look at me now. Look at me now.
So,
if only my mum was watching.
All I'm going to do now is I've taken the one with put it the right way up, put a little bit of wet glue in the middle. Tacky glue is brilliant for this because you've got all that time. Put my next one on, staggered, and then I'm going to put my third layer on. Don't put too much glue on because remember tacky glue dries, and I'm going to stagger again. Then I'm going to get my ball tool.
Are your petals getting down?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because when you press the centre,
yeah.
Can you see now? Can you see my flower in there? I'm just holding it while that tacky glue holds.
Yeah.
They will then come over.
I see.
Depends what effect you're trying to get.
Yeah.
So if I lift that up now, there you go. So we had a flat petal like that, and we've now made a flower just like that.
Yeah.
Isn't that pretty? Really, really pretty. So I don't know where everybody's at, but I'm mindful of the time.
Got a good 20 minutes left.
Okay.
But yeah, 10, 15 minutes.
So I'm just going to put foam pads on the back of my sentiment. Just like that. And that's going to go on the inside of my card as a stopper. Just there. Can you see? Hopefully you can see there. So there's my stopper.
Okay.
Are you with us?
Yeah, just about.
Okay. Close my card back down, and I'm going to stick these layers together just because it'll be easier. Tape, pen, wet glue. I just naturally picked up the wet glue there. Don't know why, but it just came to where my hand naturally seemed to fall.
Excuse me.
Put that on there. And then this one I'm going to do with, I'll do that I think with a foam pad. on, oops, on there. Now, did I put that on? I did that with wet glue. That's going to go on there. And then I'm going to take my flower, little bit of glue on the back, and I'm going to pop it onto the centre of there, and I'm just going to hold it down with my ball tool, and that will allow me to ruffle up the feathers and the petals.
We've got some leaves here as well.
Oh yes. The leaves
again.
Yeah, I always put my leaves on afterwards.
Okay.
I've just cut them out of a little bit of the Centura pearl. Just fold them down the centre, little bit of wet glue. Once you've got it stuck on, just pop them underneath. It's always best to put, I find with things like this, I always put my foliage on afterwards, because if you put it on first, you can guarantee you'll put it on in the wrong place. It'll either be too low or too high. Just a couple of leaves, just like that. Are you with us there, nearly?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm all there. I'm just sticking my leaves on. I've actually just stuck that on with a foam pad, which I don't think was right, but actually it's made it easier to put the leaves on.
It's absolutely fine. And then what you want to do is a little bit of wet glue in the middle of your flower. Not too much, but just a nice little puddle. Then we're going to get our chunky glitter from this Enchanted Dreams, and I'm just going to pour, that was much more than I needed, pour that in there, and then tip what I don't need back into there. And then I've got a sparkly centre.
We have.
There we go. Ben, I'm bringing you over some chunky glitter.
Thank you.
There we go. There we go.
Just to say, if you were shopping the show on the website, we had a few little gremlins. Disappeared off the website, apparently. Broke the internet, that's what it was.
Wow.
Broke the internet with my card, must have what it been. But we're back on there now, so fingers crossed you can see us. What am I doing with this chunky glitter?
So a little bit of glue in the centre of your flower, wet glue. Tip in some glitter, whatever you've got, sequins, whatever you've got, then tip it back into the tub, and then, some will stay behind. Does that make sense?
Oh, hello. Oh dear. There's a lot in there, isn't there?
It's fine. You just tip back what you don't need back into the pot.
I quite like the amount I put in there.
It won't stick. You won't have that much glue on.
No.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah.
And then that's going to stick on the front of your card. So I'm going to do that. How am I going to do it? I'm going to do that with... Oh, no, that's not going to work. I should have done that before. I'm going to just put some wet glue on, I think.
Yeah.
Or you could do it with a foam pad. But wet glue works quite well. So I'm just going to put some wet glue on the back of there. And then I'm going to take that, I'm going to stick that on the front of my card. Just like that. Oh, that stuck nicely. There we go. And then the last little bit is just about decorating. So I've got some flat pearl, so I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the centre of each of those daisies, because there should be about 3 daisies showing. There. And I've just got some little flat pearls.
What are you doing with your doodah?
What's my doodah?
Your buzzy dragonfly.
I'm going to put him on in a minute.
Oh, sorry. Oh, hello, mine's flown off.
Pop your little pearls on.
Oh, where are you putting the pearls? Oh, on the
centre of the flowers.
Yeah, because you can lift those up a bit, can't you?
Yep, you can lift up the petals. That looked really pretty if you lift up the petals.
Yeah.
Put that on there. My dragonfly is going to go on the top. Just give him a little bit of shape. Just put some glue down the centre, just down there, and then he can go on the top, just there.
Where did you stick your pearls, did you say?
Where did I stick my what?
Your little adhesive pearls?
In the centre of each daisy.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they
fit.
Mine are fitted.
Oh yeah, because they're slightly bigger than the hole, aren't they?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And then the final thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pop a couple of little pearls just on here. So I'm going to put one little bit of glue, 2 and 3, and 1 at the corner of my sentiment. I like, when I craft, I like there to be a little bit of like cohesion between all my layers. So by putting these little pearls on, I've joined all my layers, and they're already joined together because they're all the same colours. But when you put things like this on, there is like, you've got a theme running through.
Yeah.
And it just works perfectly like that.
Are you finished?
There you go. I'm finished.
Hang
But
on.
you'll catch up. Don't
You
worry, it's
can,
not a race.
just go
It
to over-
really,
can we do overhead cam? And you can
it
see
really isn't a
my
race.
finish. I'll just finish off. So as you can see, I've. Why am I doing that voice?
All you've got left to do is your pearls on the base.
Where do you put the pearls?
I put 1, 2, 3 just here. 1, 2, 3 there. 1 there.
Oh, I've only
my
got 3
Dragonfly.
left. I dropped one on the floor and I don't know where it's gone.
I've got some more, don't worry.
That's right. So if I just go. Oh, is my head in the way?
It's fine.
Blob, blob, blob. Like that.
Yeah.
It's a rule of 3, isn't it?
Rule of 3.
Oh, don't drop it.
And is it really, and it's absolutely key that you go blob, blob, blob while you're doing it?
Well, I like to talk as I'm doing it, you know, because you guys fill time brilliantly when you're just showing everybody what you do, and you sort of talk away like this, and you go, I'm just going to pop this one like there, put that one there, that one on there, and then you get this one off here like so, and then you just pop that one on like so. Don't worry about that, that'll dry. So I've got my 3 there. That's those 3. And then, I'm not worried about the other one for now. I've got my little Dragonfly here.
He's lovely, isn't he?
Which I coloured in earlier on.
Well done.
Thank you. And what did you stick him on with?
Wet glue.
A bit of wet glue.
Don't forget to bend up his wings.
Oh yeah.
Make him.
That's it. Oh yeah, because I just need to glue his body really, don't I?
Yeah, glue his body.
So
Lift
put
up
a
his
little
wings.
bit of glue down.
And then you can put him wherever you want.
Okay, put a bit of glue there, like so. Not too much. A little bit of shape to the wings there. You just give him a little bit of a swidge. And then we'll pop him. Ooh, pop him. Where did you put yours?
I put
Up the
mine
top.
top right-hand corner.
We'll just pop him just there, just coming out of the little flower bed there. Little shape of the wings. And then I think
that looks perfect.
I am pretty happy. I've got to tell you, Corrine.
Yeah.
I made a few cards on craft alongs, and I've done a few bodge jobs at home, as those of you who follow my socials will know. That's the best card I've ever made.
Well, I'm glad you like it.
That is honestly, can you believe I just made that?
You did? You did
did
that?
say anyone could do this craft along.
Pardon?
You did say anyone could do this
I
craft
did.
along.
It might look complicated, and the most complicated bits was getting all those measurements, but it really wasn't in itself. It wasn't complicated. We're not going to have demo of the show, because you might beat me.
Yeah. It always. I've got my name down the bottom of the board, but I don't think Joe and I do that anymore, do we? We don't do that. I'll have a star of, if you think I deserve it.
A star for effort.
A star for commendation.
Exactly.
Thank you. But no, we don't put ours
We'll
in.
mop your brow between
mop
shows.
my brow.
I'll mop your brow between shows.
Yeah. We'll give you. But what a brilliant craft along. That was amazing.
Have you enjoyed it, really?
I thoroughly enjoyed it. And
Good.
do you know what it is? And without going about me, I just think that if I can do that whilst I'm doing all the other bits and pieces, it just goes to show that if you are someone at home who's a bit like, I don't know if I can do these craft alongs. Honestly, if I can do it, you can achieve that. Just take your time with it. You know, we do go slowly in these craft alongs as we've done here, but again, if you've got a little bit behind or a little bit lost, you can watch this back at a time to suit you. You can pause, you can rewind, but that is just proof to show you that step by step, it's an amazing looking card, but it's really doable. So grab this set. Honestly, you know, even if you just grab this set to make that card many times over, it's a really worthwhile investment. These are absolutely gorgeous, these Grande Edge'ables, and I can understand why so many of you bought them at launch, and I can understand why they're proving popular again today. If you don't want to stretch the full collection, maybe you're watching today and you're thinking, you know what, I'm going to get that craft along, I'm going to do the cards, so I'm just going to buy the 2 which Corrine used. So just do that, go on the 2 for £23, a 2 for $27 deal. But if you're sold on the concept already and you love all of these, then the deal is at the bottom of your screen right now. If you're brand new to us, by the way, that price, that platinum price, is for you. If you sign up to Club Inspire, we'll give you 20% off your first purchase. Great thing is, as you can see, it gives you that edgeable effect. It will cut through 2 layers for you at the same time. So if you want to have that effect running right through your card, you can do. If you want to cut panels again, you can do that too. So like we just did in that little craft along there, you've got the ability to create a really gorgeous drop shadow effect too. That's that gorgeous balloon sunflower. Then you've got the amazing rose garden. Again, so much detail in these. That's why you love them. Again, you know, you don't have to do too much. The die does all of the work for you, gives you all of that fantastic detail, whether you're going into the black, the white cardstock, whether you're going into your craft cardstock with this. These are just going to look absolutely stunning. This is the one that we used for our little wraparound. That one's called your daisy chain. So incidentally, if you do want to go for the two that we've done the demo with, you'll need the daisy chain, which is that one, and the elegant trellis, which I showed you just a few moments ago. 2 for 23, 2 for 27. That one there is the gorgeous Chasing Dragonflies. So a really lovely collection, and that craft along to go with it to make everything super achievable for you. Now, they're proving popular, also proving really, really popular, the bag, the weekend bag. The Super Saver Weekend bag. This one, over 50% of the stock has now gone. And it's basically to do with the fact that yesterday was World Migratory Day. Birds flying here, there and everywhere. So we thought, you know what, we're going to put together some of our favourite bird stamps and die sets and bring them to you at a price which is just, well, nonsensical really. £102 worth, $120 worth for £30 or $40 today. You've got this deal while stocks last, or up until midnight tonight, where it will be gone one way or the other. Stock versus clock, as we like to say here. Those two items are the value of your bag. If you were to pay for those two, that would be your £30 or $40 worth. So you've got that gorgeous creator card, and then you've got the over the edge stamp and die set. So it basically works out that everything else I'm about to show you, you are going to get for free, like this gorgeous stamp and die set, the Hummingbird. Originally that was with your ornate screen die, but again it's a lovely stamp and die set to create. You've bought the Hummingbird collection recently, of course that's going to work beautifully with. From the Farmhouse collection, you've got your flying by to say hi with your little ducks. Then you've got your interlace, beautiful bird cage. Again, deep cutting technology that allowing you to cut more layers in one pass, but at the same time giving you that gorgeous detail. You've then got the little twirling bird from our twirling characters range, which has always proved really, really popular. Creates that aperture, and then you can stamp out your little character to twirl around in the middle. And then lastly in this bag is that gorgeous vintage bird cage from the Garden Party collection. I mean, that is an amazing buy for £24 all in for all that lot today. Do not pass it by. $32 if you're shopping with us in the US and you're a platinum member. And as I say, if you're brand new to us, you can pick that up today as well at that price if you sign up to Club Inspire. Loads of lovely comments coming through. Penny said, these are some of my favourite dies, the butterfly and dragonflies in this collection. Anne Molyneux says, I'm loving this craft along with Corinne, Gilmore and Ben. All your cards look amazing. Well done, everyone. What a great crafter you are becoming, Ben. Thank you, slowly but surely. Lord Ben, you are doing great, man, says Shadiah. Corinne, beautiful card, says Eve B on YouTube. So delicate looking. Caroline, well done, Ben. We are all very proud of you. Thank you. Pam E says, this card gives me all the Rose Garden vibes. Reminds me of my great-grandmother, Miriam, saying, I love how this card is coming together so beautifully. Susie T, hello, Susie. I'm going to have to give this one a go, Corinne. It's really beautiful. Good question, actually, just before we go and say hello to Gilmore again. Angela was asking, you know the pearls that we placed?
Yep.
What's the best adhesive to stick those pearls on? I use a bit of wet glue.
I just use tacky glue.
Did you?
Yeah, I found tacky glue is perfect. Yep, no problem. I mean, I sometimes just use my tape runner. Yeah. But I just thought, because it's hollow, you tacky glue. I use tacky glue on the one that I brought in, and pearls haven't budged. Pearls haven't budged one bit.
Adriana, Ben, you did a ranunculously great job. You. Ellen, newbie, says, wow, I love watching this card being made. I've never watched a craft along with you before. I watched whilst baking cakes and I loved it. What a fantastic show and such a gorgeous card creation. Gail says, Ben, you did an amazing job showing new crafters how manageable crafting is. It is manageable, and the key word here as well is fun. It's a lot of fun to do. And Busy Lizzie says, I don't have these edgeables, but I'm going to try this craft along with the edgeables I do have. Yes, again, you know what? If you don't want to dip your toe into the water, if you've got any edgeables, you can give it a go. Let's see how lovely Gilmore is getting on, looking very studious in her craft room right now. How did you get on, Gilmore? Were you nearly there?
Nearly, but I'm going to have to send you pictures.
Ah, can we? Are we allowed to have a look at where you are now, or not?
I have to glue everything together, but this is the one piece.
Ooh.
Perfect.
I haven't formed the flowers yet.
No, but that looks really nice.
Yeah, that's the great thing.
And
You've done a few before, you can take
Oh,
your time,
beautiful.
can't you? Look at that. Was that the Dragonfly?
Dragonfly, yeah.
Yeah, but I used glitter paper, which I want to layer on underneath the colored dragonfly.
Oh, wow.
So this will be underneath that. So I'm taking my time doing this because I'm enjoying it so much.
Good.
I
I'm
really
glad.
love this project.
And
so.
it's lovely to see how one person just, you go and grab something else and you put your take on it. You're, yeah, I like that, but I could do this and I can do that. And that, to me, that's when you've done it right, that somebody can take the basis of what you've taken and make it their own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's the great thing as well, Gilmore, isn't it? The fact that, you know what, if you're like me and you're sort of still learning the ways of things, you can follow it word for word, step by step. But, you know, Gilmore, someone like you who's, you know, a little bit more experienced, you know, you've got the ability to take it, change it, you know, do what you want with it. So, well, we'll look forward to seeing all of the
Yes,
pictures
be
that you
lovely.
send through. What's on for the rest of the day, Gilmore? Any exciting plans? More crafting, perhaps?
Well, I'm looking forward to finishing this, and then I have to go run errands.
Oh, will you be joining us for Second Chance Sunday then? No.
Definitely. Yes, I will. For a little while.
Excellent. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll look out for you then, and we'll look at your pictures then as well of the finished card.
Good seeing you guys.
And you, always,
Thank you.
Gilmore. Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Bye. Always a pleasure to have Gilmore on. She's absolutely brilliant. We love her so much. And wait till you see her finished card a little bit later on. We'll show you that at the start or at some point during Second Chance Sunday. Shaddai says, Ben, can you turn your card around, please? Should we show? I tell you what, let me come over. I'm going to come over to you to show yours. So there's no vote on this show. So Corin's card will go up as the demo of the show. But we can show you side by side our two cards. Together.
There you go.
I mean, come on.
How brilliant is that?
Yeah. And like you, do you know what? Like you said, and this is no disrespect to you, but what a level of die cutting.
Exactly.
Who's the expert there then?
Exactly. I always say die cutting is such a leveller. It really does allow people who maybe haven't done a lot of crafting to do something equally as good.
I've thoroughly enjoyed this. It's a wonderful collection, and I urge you to jump in and grab it. You know, simply just for the fact that you've got a brilliant craft along, and you know, you two can make this card. And I know I've said this again. Like when I saw that finished product, when he showed it at the end of Colour Me Happy, I was like, oh, I'm never going to be able to make that.
I did feel a slight dip in the enthusiasm. Yeah, it definitely. I'm not feeling so well.
Yeah. Oh,
we definitely had I don't feel so well. I'm just like, just do it what you can. And look, you've done it.
And I do actually. I feel a little bit better.
Good.
It's all those what do they call
Endorphins.
them? The dolphins. Yeah. Released a few dolphins.
You have released a few dolphins.
Oh, endorphins. Sorry, I thought you said dolphins. Ow, we're done. We're going to be back.
Gilmore's lost it.
She's the only one that laughs at my jokes. The Second Chance Sunday.
Yeah.
Second Chance Sunday is coming. A couple of hours from now, we're going to be looking at. What did you say, Johnny? Oh.
Ooh.
We were going to be bringing you the Dragonfly collection, but I've just heard it's sold out.
As a bundle.
As a bundle, yeah. But we have got individuals for you. The fantasy film, which I was chatting about, sold out, so that's sold out the bundle. However, we will be back with that. We will be back with a tag punch for you and a whole host more. It's going to be a fun show.
I've got lots of demos. I've got so many demos.
It's going to be fast-paced. I'm going to spend the next 2 hours vacuuming up all the mess I made over there. Corinne, you go and get yourself some dinner. Thank you to Gilmore. Thank you to the guys. And we will see you back here in a couple of hours' time. Bye for now.